Welcome to this video, everyone. We'll be talking about your Memorial Day weekend forecast, everybody. So let's get started. Okay, guys, we got the severe weather outlook for Sunday, 5/25. We can see we got an enhanced risk for part of Texas and part of Oklahoma. We can see that. Also, we got a slight risk in a part of Texas, and we got another part of slight risk in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi, everybody. Then we got a marginal risk for severe weather in part of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado. We can see part of Kansas, part of Missouri, part of Tennessee, part of South Carolina, part of Georgia, and part of Florida. Everybody we can see. Okay, guys, so let's look at our wind risk. Okay, everybody, we got our wind risk here. We can see it's a 30% chance with the back with those things on there, those lines you can see. That means significant severity winds right there in the 30% and a little part of the 15. That's in part of Texas, part of Oklahoma we can see. Then we got a 15% chance for us wind right here. In part of Texas, stretching all the way to Alabama. We can see we got Missouri, part of Missouri's in it too, part of Mississippi, and part of Tennessee, and part of Arkansas, part of Oklahoma, and part of Kansas and Texas. Then we got a 5% chance in part of Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Missouri, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida. We can see. Okay, our hail outlook for today. We could see we got a 30% chance, severity hail. Significant severity looks like like the Texas part of Texas and Oklahoma at the top. You can see that Oklahoma has a 15% chance of that too. When in part of Oklahoma, Arkansas, you can see Mississippi, we can see also then part of Tennessee. Then we can see our 5% is in Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri again, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. Okay, everybody, we got our tornado outlook here for today. We got a 5% chance for tornadoes in Texas. Right there, you can see where I'm circling where the line is, like the brownish color. Part of Oklahoma, we can see in Texas. Then we got the 2% green line in part of Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama. I'm part of Tennessee too. You can see. Okay, everybody, we got Monday 5/26 here. We can see in Oklahoma and part of Texas enhanced risk for Monday 5/26 Memorial Day. Then we got a slight risk for part of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama, and part of Tennessee too. Also, we can see Tennessee is under a 1 out of 5 margin risk, like Georgia, South Carolina, part of Florida, part of Texas, part of Colorado, part of Kansas too. You can see, and part of Missouri too. Okay, we got our hail here, day 2 hail, 15% significant severity in part of Texas, part of Oklahoma. Then you can see it's going into Arkansas too. Then we got our 5% chance hail in Colorado, Kansas, part of Texas, part of Louisiana, part of Mississippi, and part of Alabama. Okay, we got our wind risk for Monday 5/26 Memorial Day. We can see in Oklahoma and part of Texas is like those like lines. I mean significant severity, 30% chance. Then we got a 15% chance in Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama, and part of Tennessee. Then we got our 5% chance for wind outlook in Colorado, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, and also we can see Mississippi, Alabama, and part of Tennessee too. Then Georgia and South Carolina and Florida for 5%. So our tornado risk for tomorrow is a 2% chance in Texas and Oklahoma, but By the time Monday comes, it could be upgraded. I have no idea, but that means like it could be a 5% chance tomorrow. I have no idea, but it could change, in my opinion, in that Texas Oklahoma location. All right, everyone, we got our 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook here. Friday, 5:30 to Tuesday, June 3rd. We can see it's below average in Ohio, below average in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, PA, and New York. Now it's a we can see it's above average like over in the like west. Like Nevada is really above average. You can see also Idaho is above average a lot. North Dakota is even above average too. Even South Dakota and Nebraska is above average too. In Colorado, in Arizona too. In Florida too is above average. You can see in Maine. Okay, guys, this is Sunday's highs. We can see in Cleveland at 60 Columbus 67, Cincinnati 70. And we could see Orlando is 92 today. We could see parts of Chicago's 59 today. Green Bay 66, Detroit 67. You can see California, it looks like it's 98 in some parts, and Texas is 96. We got Miami 86. Then we got Columbia, South Carolina. That's like 78 today. North Carolina 78 today too, parts of it. Also, we could see in Texas it's like close to 100 too. And we could see in Maine it's like 56 up there too, for today's highs. In Washington it's like 89. Wow, that's pretty hot. Also, we could see in Nevada it's like 95, 91 at some parts, and 79 too for the day high. Colorado's like 60. Kansas is like 66, 69, 64. Part of Nebraska is 60. And part of South Dakota is 53 and 59 and 71. So, let's move to your morning lows for tomorrow. Alright, everyone, this is Monday's morning lows. So we can see in like Texas it's like 81 degrees and 78 in the morning. In Florida it's like 76, 73. You can see up in the north, like in North Dakota, is like in the 40s. Also, Ohio's like in the 40s and 50s. PA's in the 40s too. You can see part of California is like in the 70s. In Nevada, you can see places like North Carolina's in the 60s. West Virginia's in the 50s. Virginia's in the 50s. You can see Tennessee's in the 50s also. You can see Wisconsin's in the 40s too. Pretty good. Also, you can see. Okay, everyone, we got Monday's highs here today. We can see places like in Florida are in the 90s, in 80s, like higher 80s, and mid to mid 90s. You can see. Then we got places like Ohio, that's like at the top, like by Cleveland, 64. Like places like Columbus, 72. Indianapolis, 74. Fort Wayne, 69. Chicago, 60. You can see. Then we can see like places like West Virginia at 75. Virginia, 74. Then we could see places like Las Vegas, it's 96 on Memorial Day. Also, then we could see places like Nebraska, that's like in the 50s, and part of South Dakota. Then North Dakota is in the 70s, you can see. Also, then we can see also like Louisiana's in the 90s on Memorial Day. Texas is like near 197, you can see. And I think some parts, hold on. I think some parts is like 100, like right here. Then we can see like Maine, that's in the 60s too. And we can see parts of Washington that's in the 70s too, and 80s. You can see also. Alright, everybody. So this is our storm cap for today. We can see our storm cap numbers are like in some places in Oklahoma they're like 4,400. Everybody in 4,800. We can see in parts of like another part of Oklahoma is 2,800. Then Texas has 1,800 to 2,000. In other parts of Texas is 1,300 storm cap. That means how much energy is in the air to create like a storm, everybody, too. Then we could see places like Alabama that has 3,000 and 1,800 too in some parts. And 2,000 in some parts too. And Texas has like 3,300 too. You can see also in 3,800. In places like Kansas, 1700, 1300, and 900 storm cap. Everybody. All right, everyone. This is for Memorial Day. So this is the highest storm cap for Monday. 526. Everyone. So we could see in Texas we got 3900 storm cap, 3800, 3600. Around here is where the most storm cap's gonna be in Texas. We get some parts of Texas 1200, 1400. Then we could see a little spike by Mississippi like 2700, 2500. In places like Alabama, have 2500 too. You can see also in Texas looks like it has 1500 too. Then you can see parts of Florida has a light storm cap like 1100, 600. So like we got other parts of Louisiana that has a light storm cap too, 1100, 1200. You can see too. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this Memorial Day weekend outlook, everybody. See you guys in the next weather video. Bye, guys.